Hello again, it's Ann Ladd here with ArtsWestchester Virtual Workshop. Today's lesson will be looking and drawing animals, basically animal faces we'll start with. Since we've been home so much, I've been home with my two cats, Hideaway and Skipperty. And because I'm primarily a painter, I've had a lot of fun just painting them in different positions, getting into their shenanigans, a little misbehavior. I've thrown in some birds, a little mouse, two little mice. I've got some squirrels in the background. But everything that I learned about drawing animals, I started with the face. So today we're going to need pencil, paper. We won't have time to erase because we're just going to keep our pencil moving. A few weeks ago, I talked about the importance of knowing our shapes in order to be able to draw. So today we're going to look at our friend Jin. This is my good friend's dog, Jin. I paint Jin a lot, but I've had also more fun while I'm watching Netflix or if I'm just hanging around doing nothing and it's a rainy day. I'll just take a pencil, load up my iPad or my phone, and I'll just start looking at Jin or any animal. My paper here is in the horizontal position because Jin's picture is basically horizontal. Now today we're going to be looking at the lights and the darks of an animal's face, how to draw the animal. I'm going to begin up here, and I'm going to start with a curve, somewhat not in the middle, but just about here. I have to remember there's got the big ears. Jin's ears are up here, and her body's going to come out there. Okay, so I'm starting with this curved line here, and I'm just going to begin. I'm going to try to move the camera so you can see both Jin and my drawing. You don't need to see me. Here we go. Jin's got a large forehead here because her ears are pushed back. This ear here isn't quite horizontal. It comes up a little bit and it flicks up. I've got a little exaggerated. When I draw animals, I'm actually never trying to draw them like a photograph. I like to put their personality into it, and Jin, a lot of Jin's personality is in her ears and her eyes. So here's her face right up here. I'm getting the shape of her face. Got the forehead. I've got an ear up here. Again, it's a large ear. That's all I'm going to do to start. From there, let's see, let's get you all set up. Oh my goodness, this is, okay. Oh, that's Arlo. Arlo actually, okay, we'll go back to Jin. First thing I do on a dog, cat, or any animal is get the eyes in. Jin has huge eyes. In fact, half of Jin's face is eyes. So I'm doing the happy face curve, round it. All right, and over here, I'm noticing Jin's eye is pretty close. It's closer over here to this side of the face than here. So I'm bringing this in and leaving a little room. And I'm just drawing the lines. Only going to be doing this for a short time, looking at lines, because otherwise we're going to start looking at the values, the darks and the lights. The pupil of an animal, and like human, is a perfect circle. So I like getting the shape of the eye and then that perfect circle going right there. And there's always a reflective little white area in anybody's eye, whether it be humans, animals. It's reflective, it reflects the light, and it also gives a sparkle when you're drawing. So I've got the circle for the eye, I have the reflective little square, and now I'm just going to start filling in. And once I have the eyes set, I really enjoy drawing because then I got something looking at me. It's like somebody's watching me draw. The rounder and the darker I can get that pupil, the more life and personality this little Jin will have. Human beings, outside of their pupil and their iris, which is the colored part of the eye, is white. With a dog or an animal, it's actually, with dogs quite often it's kind of almond or bronze, dark brown. So I'm just going to lightly, very lightly fill in the white of the eye. We'll call it the brown of the eye for a dog. Right over here, I'm going to come right around, circle that, and fill in the eye. What I'm trying to make is two eyes looking at me, and give that little sparkle. Don't fill that in. Okay, now I got two friendly eyes looking at me, checking out if I'm doing this right. From here, I'm going to look at Jin's nose. Jin's nose, because her chin's up, her nose is pretty high up on the face today. I have other pictures of Jin where the nose is much lower because she's looking down. So there's the curve, similar to the curve of the top part of the eye, right here. Got to make sure there's enough room. Can you see this right here? I've got to make sure that her nose looks like it's actually pointing out. So I'm going to very lightly put a line right in between and coming down. This is her snout. In this drawing, we're drawing Jin looking face forward. In another video right after this, we're going to look at Jin's profile. From here, I'm going to lower this nose a little bit and bring it down, little trapezoid. I'm filling in the nostrils. The nostrils, besides the eye, will be the darkest area on this little drawing. It looks like a pig right now. Jin is kind of a piggy looking pig. Now, again, at the top of the nose, quite often there will be a reflective light. So I'm going to draw a little rectangle for the light to be bouncing off of Jin's nose. Sometimes it's the flash, sometimes it's the sun. And now I just fill in the darks of the eyes, the nose, for the darkest part of the animal. Because Jin's face is up, I've got this trapezoid. Remember we talked about a trapezoid? Shape right about here. And that is going to be not so much filled in as a line, but it's going to just be filled in dark. Okay, come on, Jin. Sit up straight. Jin's mouth is just about here. I'm just putting a line right there, but now filling this in. And from here on, I stop looking at Jin as a dog, and I just start looking at the lights and the darks throughout Jin's face. Where it is dark, I push down a little harder. Jin's mouth, she's got this lovely smile. Really, he's a delightful little dog. Loves to walk, loves to get out. And now I'm just noticing the darker underneath the eyes, quite dark underneath the eyes. This kind of got these two almost M shape from right here. So I'm filling that in. Can you see how I'm going to push down a little harder? Normally I won't, because I wouldn't want lines really there, but I'm going to now fill. Jin has this little widow peak. Look. And those fun little eyebrows come up. So I'm going to just fill it in the lights and the darks. And watch Jin come to life. I'm doing this very quickly. You could take time. You could do some cross hatching, which is just making lines on top of lines on top of lines. Okay, I've got to make sure this area stays light, because that's going to be where her snout is coming out at you. Jin's got little oh, these are very expressive. Her little kind of eyebrows, not really eyebrows, they're just this darker fur that's above her eyes. Mouth is quite dark. Her little, it's not a mustache, it's just the fur underneath her nose and her mouth. Now we're going to come down. Little Jin. This is actually Jin's jowl, not her mouth. Her mouth isn't really that big. Let's see. I'm going to come up. This is her mouth, or chin stops there, and all this right now, this is just fur coming down, lighter fur. That's her collar line. This line is not a line of Jin's. This is this collar that is coming down. I can put it in there, but it's not necessary. I will. Because Jin was going for a walk that day and she had her collar on. Let's get this ear going. It's been neglected. I'm going to make it a little small. I kind of went crazy. She's noticed ears are darker in certain areas and light on the outside, dark on the outside and dark in the middle. So I'm going to draw kind of a oval shape here. Can't hold it too. There goes Jin. I'm going to get this darker, and then a lighter in-between color in between the dark middle, the dark on the outside, dark on the outside. It's not always the same. You have to be looking at the lights and darks of whatever animal you're doing. I mean, I don't do just dogs. I do sheep and goats and horses. Horses are complicated. There are tricks to learn how to do a horse, but right now, starting with the dog, I think the dog is the easiest of all the animals. Okay, so there's Jin's coming up. He's got some fur out here. Again, I'm more interested in Jin's face today. And there's another layer of fur, so I'm just kind of bringing it out. If you notice right here, Jin's facing straight towards you. We're not going to worry about her body. This is all about Jin's little face. Oh, there's Arlo again. This might look like Jin's little brother. Little younger dog here. Dogs have these lovely little dots that hold their whiskers. There's usually 4 rows with a few. The whiskers aren't as prominent as cats, but they're fun to just put in at the end. I'm going to fill in. I'm going to keep working on this, but I don't think I'll show you other videos of drawing other animals. What I'm doing right now is simply looking at the lights and darks, continuing a little bit with Jin. She's got these lovely sad dark eyes. Body came back here. Stomach is somewhere here because it's going behind us. Fat little Jin. Got a collar. a ring. Just go right off. If you would like to see more of these videos, there's a lot of other teachers that are teaching wonderful courses on ArtsWestchester.org. Be safe, take care, and thank you for watching.